What is the crack, lads? So this weekend, this hat is sitting a bit weird in my head. It's a world's strongest man hat. As you can see, it's a bit big for my head. If someone wants it, say in the comments, and I'll pick someone for it. Okay, so this weekend we have the Brian Shaw Classic, or as Brian likes to call it, the strongest man on earth, or something like that. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the name change. It's still not going to be the world's strongest man, or it never will be the world's strongest man, because the world's strongest man, in my opinion, will always be the number one trophy to get. So for me, if I was there and if I won it, which I'm not and I wouldn't, I would like to just say that I won the Brian Shaw Classic, because that's a massive achievement. Because as we both know, or you guys know, that he invites World's Strongest Man finalists only, so it is a tough competition to win. It is not something that will be won easily. I think there's 13 or 14 athletes. I'm going to go down through them now in a second. And there is 8 different events. So the guys we have going through it are Luke Stoltman, Tom Stoltman, Thomas Evans, Evan Singleton, Novikov, Shaw, Hooper, Trey, Avers, Bish, Gav, Bobby, Kevin, and Maxine. So that's 12, 13, 14 guys. So that's 14 guys. And I suppose going back on what I was just saying there, in terms of prestigious events, number one obviously for me would be World's Strongest Man. Number 2 would be probably between the Arnold Classic and Europe's Strongest Man, because Europe's Strongest Man is a really hard one to win, because we have all the best athletes in Europe, as you know. So probably second place would be the Arnold Classic, because I suppose it's more worldwide, and then Europe's Strongest Man. And then you've ones like Rogue, who claim to be giving out the biggest prize pot. They don't. Giants Live give out the most amount of money. And also, the thing I don't like about Rogue is it's like a big Rogue is the Rogue competition is like a sales pitch. It's basically them bringing out new toys that they want to sell, and they use it for the competition as a way of selling their new product. But it's a great event. I watch it every year. I love it. Like that, I'm a Strongman fan first and foremost. So in terms of prestigious events, it'll be probably World's Strongest Man, Arnold Classic, Europe's Strongest Man, then the Shaw Classic, because it is a great event, and he really does look after the lads out there. He looks after anyone. Even when I first met him, the World's Strongest Man, Brian Shaw, was in my group, and he was kind enough to help me with my deadlift suit. Even I didn't know him at that stage. So it's really tough, because it's this weekend, and in 2 weeks' time you have Cardiff, and there's already a couple of guys have pulled out of Cardiff. I think Wide Pavlo is pulled out of Cardiff now as well. I'm not sure why he accepts all these invitations when he's injured or whatever he has going on, because he's taking up spots of other people. Anyway, we've gone down through the list. The events are, let's see these events. So it's 8 events. It is overhead log medley, wheelbarrow, arm over arm, car leg press, Atlas stones, max Hummer tire deadlift, standing chest press. Then we've open women's bag toss, where you're going to watch women toss bags. Then you have the men's bag toss, and single fingers power stairs. I'm not sure how half of it is going to work. The standing chest press I've seen, it looks like a big pinball machine. For me personally, I'd prefer if you just did a standard bench, so we could see the guys benching, because benching is probably the most relatable gym exercise on the planet. I'd love to see you come back to World's Strongest Man or another event, just to see what some of the guys could do. Probably the best strongman bench presser is Graham Hicks. I think he would be close to 280, 300 kilo bench press if he trained. If there was one came up and he trained for it, it would be huge. Someone else, probably Trey Mitchell, actually probably throw up a huge bench. He's that big old barrel chest. So those are the events. The overhead log medley, the winner of that obviously I think will be Luke Stoltman. Although Hooper's really come on his log. Or Bobby Thompson as well, huge log presser. And I think Novikov is always there or thereabouts. He's after shaving his head, which means he's 10% stronger now. Tom Stoltman's log actually has come on a whole pile, so I'm really looking forward to that first event to watch. It will be fun. Then you have the wheelbarrow arm over arm. These are boring events to me. I don't know who's going to win it. Someone fast, probably Hooper, probably going to win it, or Novikov is fast. I don't really care. Car leg press. I'm not a fan of this event either. It's kind of boring. I'd rather see the guys do a squat event where we can see them squat like they did at the Rogue, where JF Caron squatted like 1,000,000 kilos. Then we have Atlas Stones. Obviously, Tom is going to walk that because he can. Then we have the Max Homer Tire Deadlift. This will be a good event to watch. These are the type of events I like to watch. Max Homer Tire Deadlift. So, Novikov obviously is going to be the winner there. I think you can't beat him in that. Shaw doesn't seem to pull well from that height. Hooper, he is a strong deadlifter, but I don't know if that height suits him a whole pile. Trey Mitchell, also a guy that could win that event. Avers, Bish actually could do well. He is the whole setup at home, so that's an event where he could actually win and come away with a lot of points. Bobby Thompson as well, strong little fucking deadlifter. So that event for me will be between Novikov and I'm going to say Bish, because Bish likes to fucking deadlift. Plus I saw a picture of Bish and he looks enormous. After that we got the standing chest press, which will be a big burly chest type of guy. I don't know. Fuck it, that's a boring event. As I say, I'd rather watch the guys do a normal bench press. Luke Stoltman could be one to watch there on that event. Evan actually, his bench looked good. Novikov, again, you can't rule that fucker out ever. Shaw doesn't share anything, which is annoying. Hooper's bench went well. Trey, I think, I don't know. Fuck it, I don't know. Who can fucking bench press the most in a weird standing chest press machine? Then we have bag toss. That's between all the guys again. Maxine actually is a really good bag tosser. It's his first competition back since he smashed his fucking his tibia open, I think. So it's his first competition back. It's good to see him back and full recovery. And then we have fingers, power stairs again. These events don't tickle my stones, so I don't know, someone fast and powerful. Again, that could be any one of the guys like Gavin. That's an event that could suit Gavin Bilton. I don't know. I'm going to call a podium though, and I'm going to go between. I think it'll be between. God, it's so tough. Tom Stoltman. Tom Stoltman seems to be after removing the finger from his hole. After Arnold's, but then at World's Strongest Man, he's after removing it even more so, and he seems to be stronger than I've ever seen him. He's pissing around with 200 kilo logs, which he hasn't done that before. And so he's obviously going to be at that podium. You're going to have Hooper there as well, because the fucker doesn't know how not to stand on a podium. I don't think he's ever been off on Canadian cunt. He just has no weaknesses, and the newer he is to an event, seemingly the fucking better he does at it. Excusez-moi. So Tom, Hooper, then, like, it's hard to rule Evan out. Evan's really on fire the last couple of months, Evan Singleton, so he could be on it. And again, another guy that hasn't ever been off on a podium is Novikov. He just doesn't know what the ground feels feels like off of a podium, because I don't think he's ever not been on one. He just does so well. He's so consistent. He's no weaknesses. Obviously, if Evan can stay awake for the whole event and not fall asleep under the log, he could be on that podium as well. But if I was to pick a winner, I am going to say Hooper, because he has trained for this. Whereas when he was back in the Royal Albert Hall, he was pissing around with fucking CrossFitters and not really training, and only for the bollocks he made of the stones, he could have won it, I think. So the fact he's trained for this means he's back to himself, and when he's back to himself, he is quite unbeatable, the dirty whore. Thank you all for watching. I notice a lot of you watch me and don't subscribe, so if you would kindly fucking subscribe, I might do more stuff. I have a lot of stuff coming up. I'm going to be collabing with some people. So thank you very much for sticking around. And again, if you want the hat, give me a reason why I should give it to you. I will get in contact with you and I will post you the hat wherever the fuck you are in the world. Peace out.